Hi. Can you say your name, where you're from, like what part of Tacoma you're from?
Okay, my name is Rachel, and I'm from the south side of Tacoma.
South side. Oh, I thought you were from the east. Oh, okay. So, tell me about your early experiences in Tacoma.
Um, like what kind of experiences?
So just early childhood. Like talk about like the schools and stuff like that. Where
Okay.
did you go to school in Tacoma?
Yeah, I actually went to school in the east side. I went to Sheridan Elementary, which is a language immersion school. So I got to be in the Spanish class, and yeah. Let's see what else. I don't know what else you wanted to like say.
So what were your so let's talk about experiences in like middle school. Like what was the classes like? What were teachers like? I know there's a lot of stigma that Tacoma schools bad school system. Did you feel like you had a good education?
I mean, like, I definitely think that I had a good education, like, well, through all of my time in, like, public school, because I went to Sheridan Elementary, and then I went to Stewart Middle School, and, yeah, I had a really good time at Stewart Middle School in terms of education, and, yeah, they worked really hard to help students in, like math and, like, science areas, and so I definitely benefited from that. And then after that, I went to Foss High School, where I met you.
Okay.
And yeah, and then Foss was also, I think the education system at Foss was pretty good too. I got to be in the IB program, which is...
Oh, what's that? Can you like say it all through?
Oh yeah, the IB program is the International Baccalaureate program, and it's sort of like the AP system, but it's international. And there aren't that many schools. I think there are a few thousand schools that are IB schools in like the United States, and we're very fortunate to have Foss in our district. And it's
Oh, okay. Well, can you talk about some of your favorite places to go in Tacoma?
Oh, I love to eat food. So, I find that a lot of my favorite places in Tacoma are like coffee shops and restaurants. We definitely have a lot of like different cultural influences in Tacoma because we are so culturally diverse. And so you can get pho and Korean barbecue, and really good Mexican food, because we have so many people from different places. That's pretty great. So yeah, one of my favorite things to do is eat and eat food from different places. Thai food is my favorite. Chili Thai is a great place to go. In terms of things to do for fun, I really like spending time on the waterfront, especially if it's a nice day, or going to Chambers Bay, which is really nice. That's not really in Tacoma, but it's close enough. And then we also have Point Defiance, which is really cool too. I also really like going to local parks, like more like smaller parks. So we do have a few of those in Tacoma too that like not everybody knows about, but Wapato is right by my house, so I like to go there a lot with my sister. And the movies.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's great. That's amazing. Yeah. So Can you talk about any like pressing issues? Do you like? Is there anything that you see in Tacoma that we think, as a group of people, we can start having a conversation about, like, for example, homelessness or anything else, like any experiences that you may have had that have drawn you connection to that certain challenge that Tacoma needs to address?
Yes. I definitely think that while I did have a good time at Foss High School, there are definitely a lot of students that don't have that privilege and that have hard lives, and I don't necessarily think that the administration or the school district takes that into account. And life can be really hard for students that come from like low-income situations, especially. And so I think like one of the biggest issues for me was making sure that students have access to like real food and
healthy real food.
Healthy real food and like stuff that's like that you know what the ingredients are when you look at it.
Yeah.
And that's a big issue in the Tacoma Public School District because I think 70%, don't quote me on that, but we have like a really high percentage of students on free reduced lunch whose only sources of breakfast and lunch come from schools, and it's not food, and it's not promoting their learning in any way. And I mean, like, I was fortunate enough to be able to eat breakfast at home and bring a lunch, but not everybody has that, and that's something that I think really needs to change, and also the perception of students as well from Tacoma, because people don't really understand students in Tacoma. I don't think so. Like, I was having a conversation with one of my past teachers, and he was talking about how students don't have time to do his homework, and that they're just like lazy, and that's just not true, because students are coming from places where they have to go home and take care of their families, and they have to go home and get jobs, and they have to do things that students don't have to do in like neighborhoods where the incomes are higher.
Totally get you.
Yeah, so that's something that frustrates me too, because I feel like students aren't given a chance, and we need different resources in this community than people are willing to give.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Rachel. Anything else you would like to say? Or so the I don't know if I told you yet, but the title of our project is called Tacoma's Voices. So if is there anything you would like to say, or maybe what you would like to change? Maybe talk about the future of Tacoma. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself in the future in Tacoma?
Okay. Well, I definitely see myself after college coming back and trying to make change in my community, because I feel like it's so important, and like I don't know where I would be if people didn't give me chances throughout my life in Tacoma, because I clearly would not be at this university if someone didn't say that I deserve to be here.
Oh, can you tell me where you're from? Wait, what not from, but what university?
I go to the University of Puget Sound.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Ooh, good school.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.